Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of This Week in ip&O. We are, of course, as always, live from the table in my kitchen. We have a very special guest today. We have Nakia Buonocore, who is the Assistant Director of Payroll and Business Services. And welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So the reason we wanted to talk to you today is because for those in the know, you know that there's recently been an upgrade to the timekeeping and payroll system, Kronos. So can you tell us just a little bit about this new version, what's different from the old one?
Sure. So the new version is called UKG Dimensions, and it was really designed to function as an easy to use app, kind of similar to the apps we use on a day-to-day basis. So the exciting part about that is now, no matter what device you're using to access the system, there's no loss of functionality. So whether you're on a smartphone, laptop, PC, tablet, you're going to have the same functionality. So for our managers who are not at a desk all day, that's a plus for them because you can really now manage your employees' time cards on the go and have the opportunity to respond to system alerts, time off requests, time card exceptions in a much quicker time frame while it's still fresh in your mind instead of waiting until a couple days from now when you have time to set your computer and work on those edits. So that's exciting for us, as well as there's some configurable tiles on the homepage. So managers really have the opportunity to make that homepage make sense for them. So if there's certain data they want to see, if they want to know who's approaching overtime for the week, or who has outstanding time off requests that they need to approve, that's right there on the homepage for them without having to navigate to various screens in the system the way they used to in our old Kronos Workforce Central platform. We've also realigned the way employees are set up in the system. So now the backbone, the business structure of the system really mirrors the organizational structure of the division. So when we look at the data analytics, which is another huge change for us in this system, you can really run reports from the largest down to the smallest units within the organization. So the analytics of the system are truly enhanced, and we're really excited. We're still exploring everything that's available so that we can really bring that to our managers and our users so they can take advantage of the robust data in the system and just make that mean something for them in an actionable way. And we also continue to host several university departments external to the ip&O division. So we're able to kind of extend this out to additional departments and really create consistencies and cost savings system-wide throughout the university when it comes to the calculation and the transmission of payroll information.
Great, thanks for that. So you guys really handle the payroll and timekeeping for over 2,500 employees, and obviously there's some differences in terms of shifts. Some people are unionized and not unionized. How do you guys manage that complexity, and how much communication? How large is the communication requirement on you guys?
So the unit is myself and 3 others. So we have Kathleen Connors, Kat Ligori, and Peggy Russo. And we kind of have shared communication. So Kathleen takes care of all the payroll reminders for our managers, any major communications, system changes, training opportunities. I would take care of that. And Peggy and Pat and Kathleen share the responsibility of kind of reaching out to managers and letting them know when there's exceptions or anything that needs to be resolved prior to a payroll close period. Mm-hmm. So it's really a daily communication with our users, as well as, a weekly overall communication to all managers before we have a payroll sign off when we have to submit the payroll.
Great.
And what are some of the most common questions that you receive?
Well, since the implementation of UKG Dimensions, I think the top question is, how do I get to it? So we actually have placed the link in the My Rutgers portal under My Apps in the Administration section. And we also have it on the ip&O website. And we did also email the link out with our Go Live communication. Another question was related to the accrual balances in UKG Dimensions. So in our prior environment, the format of the accrual balances did not align with what employees see in the My Rutgers portal. So that's something we addressed in this system. It's a change from the old system, but it's a positive change because now employees can look at their balances in Dimensions and look at their balances in the My Rutgers portal and really see that those align and understand that there is no variance between those two systems now. Probably another question that since Go Live I've gotten the most would be, where do I find resources? So we've had several training sessions. We still do have training available through the second week of July, but it's that time of year when people are charging their time off that they're in jeopardy of losing for the end of the fiscal year. So what we did was we actually created a Microsoft Teams site. On that site, we have a lot of resources, training videos, reference documents, our payroll schedule, instructions on how to set up the mobile app. So we sent out a communication to our managers with the code to join the team so that they can share that with their employees and really take advantage of all the resources available if they're not able to reach one of us.
I'm glad that site exists, because that was one of the things that I was wondering too recently. Like I had so many days this year that I didn't use because of like COVID and everything. So like I wasn't traveling anywhere, and I was like, I don't know how many I have left. I don't want to lose any. So I'm sure I wasn't the only one who thought that. Besides all those questions that you just answered, who should people get in contact with, or where else should they go if they have any more questions? Because it's a new system.
Sure. So we do have an email address, kronos_support@ipo.rutgers.edu. And you can always reach out. Myself and the payroll team will have access to that inbox, and we answer those emails within 24 to 48 hours. So if you need support, you can always reach us there. And again, you can also reach out to us individually, myself, Peggy, Pat, or Kathleen.
And there you go. You heard it here first. So thank you again for coming on, for telling us a little bit about the new system. And as we do every episode, we'll leave the last word to you if there's anything else that you want to say.
I'd just like to thank you for inviting me to share this information. And if anyone needs support, we're here for you. So don't ever hesitate to reach out to us if you need us. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for listening.